Hello FlossTubers, how goes it? Stacy here as always, and today's FlossTube is Season 2, 2019, Episode 7 for July. I know it's towards the end of July, but that's okay because I didn't get a ton of stitching done this past month since my last video. First thing I want to go over is, and I've had this for a little while, I just haven't shown it, but I got the new chart for the DMC. Some of the craft stores still have the old chart, which is more blue background on the front, and then it has a different picture on the front, and that would be the old chart. That this one has the new numbers in it, 0 through 50, whatever it is. Oh, I guess 99, 35, 48, 51, 52. Yeah, so it does go up into the 90s, but that is the new colors, and I got those, so this will show where they are in the chart, as well as whenever there is a new color, like number 23, it will have a star beside of it, so you know that it's one of the new colors. I got that, and I do have my complete set of DMC reorganized as it is in the chart. It starts with the reds, pinks, and then goes through purple, and at the very end it has the browns and grays. So that is all of that. I also got some, I wouldn't say happy mail because it didn't come to me in the mail, but I had a client at the salon that had some old stitching stuff that she decided she wanted to give me a couple of things, and all it is it says Charles Craft cross stitch fabric, but what it is, you can see it has very large holes. The green lines go through every 5 stitches. What you can do with this one is 10 count, this one is 14 count. But what you can do with it is you put it on top of a regular piece of cotton fabric. My nails are disgusting looking, ignore them. You can put them on top of a regular piece of fabric. You can stitch whatever you would like to stitch, and then you wet it after you're done stitching, and you pull the strings out, and it just leaves your stitching on top of the cotton fabric or whatever kind of fabric you would like to use. So instead of having to use linen, even weave, or Aida, you can use any kind of fabric you want and use this and stitch your little thing, and then come here, Kemper, and then wet it and pull the strings out, and then all you have left are your crosses that you stitched. That's my little happy mail thing that I had this time. The dog, if you hear him barking, I don't know what he wants in there, but he has a cone on right now, so he doesn't lick his paw because he had a cut or something on it, I would assume, and it got infected from him licking on it. He's wearing a cone so that he doesn't lick, but I'm hoping that his toe gets healed up and he won't have to wear the cone anymore, because it is so cute for me to look at it, but it is a pain for him to have to wear it. Cue bark. Okay. Let me just put it on pause for a second. I'll be right back. I'll see what he wants. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. He just is barking because he's excited over something. I don't know. Anyways, while I was up, I got a pair of pants that I had bought from Target last year, and just to show an example of the stitching on top of fabric. I know that this was done with a machine because it was from Target, but you could do something similar like this with those with these things. Waste fabric, that's what they call it. I don't know why they call it waste fabric, maybe because you don't end up actually using it, you end up throwing it away in the end of everything. Anyway, there is that. On the last video, I had showed a part of the Heaven and Earth Heart and Soul by Josephine Wall that I was stitching on. All I did was finish stitching on that one area that I showed in the last video, so I'll just show that very quickly. So all I did different from the last time you saw this was just finish up that little area right in there that was not finished from the last video. Quick little thing on that. I had meant to show the caterpillar cross stitch Hello Pumpkin stitch along that I'm doing in the last video, but I just forgot. So I have 2 months out of the 5-month stitch along done. I have received the pattern for the 3rd month. I just haven't started stitching on it yet. This is my first ever mystery stitch along I have ever done. This is what I have done. It's a very, very light purple linen fabric, and the first section was all of the ground, the pumpkins, and then about that much of the tree. The 2nd month was all of this with the owl and those leaves. So that is the 2 months, and I will show you what the 3rd month looks like. It has a fox in it. Here is month 3, so that's month 1, 2, and then month 3, which I haven't started stitching on quite yet, but it has another little mushroom in there, a fox, a pot leaf. I might add a couple more little stitches on that one so it doesn't look like a pot leaf. I think it does anyway. I'm not that knowledgeable about that, but... And then here is the whole thing. The 2 sections that are blurred out are month 4 and month 5. I haven't started stitching on that yet, but I do have it, and so in my next video for August, I will show all of that and what I have done. I have stitched more on the Oh Holy Night stocking. Basically what I've done since the last time you saw this was everything in this area. I thought that I was gonna get completely done with all of the stitching on Joseph and the lamb, but I did not quite yet. Here's the back, if you like to see the back. Really the reason I'm not stitching on this as quickly as I do on other things is because I'm just tired of the beige. Beige and khaki and white colors. Beige, khaki, white. It's even on Joseph down here in his pants. It's all over her robe there. And along there, I'm just tired of the beige color. It's not a pretty color to cross stitch with. Boring. But once this is all done, I mean, you can kind of see the shape of it. Here would be the heel of the stocking, and down here the toe. I might finish it by Christmas. I'm hoping to. I'll show a picture of that when the last time you saw it, and I will show a picture of that when it will be all finished. Okay, chugging right along. Chuggy, 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 chuggy. Last thing, the cross stitch video, FlossTube video I did for June, which I will tag for you right up here in this corner if you want to see that. I have shown the finished work of Dimensions Be a Light. Well, all I've done with that, because it was a finished cross stitch, I just hadn't had it framed yet. And I was talking about the mat and the frame. So now it's framed and it is in its home at the salon with a little jar with lights on it, in it, that a client gave me for Christmas this past year. So I'll show some photos of that in its new home. I think that is everything for this episode. It was a short episode, but I did want to tell everybody next year I have all of those little Mill Hill Christmas Village pieces. Let me grab one. So I just grabbed one of the Christmas Village Mill Hill kits. But I do have 12 of these. What my plan is for 2020, next year, I'm gonna start one every month. So I thought maybe I can make this like a stitch along. Maybe other people would want to work on some Christmas all year long. I mean, maybe not, but I do have 12 of these, so it's perfect for a 12-month Christmas stitch along. We will start that in January. If anybody is interested in stitching along with me on any of the Mill Hill Christmas Village kits or anything like that, feel free to make a comment on this video, and I see all the comments and I'll reply back to you. And we'll just see if there is any interest at all. The reason I'm saying this now and not in November and December is because right now, only for a few more days, they have on 123stitch.com a sale on Christmas kits. So if you would like some Christmas patterns to do for next year or to stitch before this Christmas comes along, right now they are having a sale, the Christmas in July sale. So check that out. Let me know, comment on this video, subscribe to my YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. As always, I am Stacy Noel CP on Instagram, and there's a link to my Instagram on the YouTube profile page as well. I will see you next month, FlossTube. Happy stitching!